what's up, everybody, and welcome back to Talk. We definitely have a spooky show for you guys today. The Giants lose MetLife for the next 4 years in hands down the most pathetic game I have ever watched in my 35 years of existence. Big Ant goes 1-3-1. We added another one there because we had a push this week. Let's start talking about it. Don't forget, if you like the pod, comment, subscribe, share it with a friend. Tell your friends. Send it everywhere, all right? Happy Halloween to each and every one of you out there. It wasn't a happy Halloween for us.
No.
The New York 2023 seasons for all New York teams, including the pathetic Jets, is over. All right. The only hope we have is in 2024 with the Rangers that are playing a little decent
and
hockey,
the Knicks.
and the Knicks. We won't forget the Knicks. But the 2023 sports season in New York was the most pathetic thing I have ever seen in my life. From baseball, Yankees, Mets, Jets, Giants. We are the friggin' most pathetic sports franchises
ever
out there. Right. And it's embarrassing. Welcome to the show, boys.
Oh, boy. That was fun.
Oh, boy.
Before we get started, congratulations to the Backbone.
Yeah.
And saying he's having a baby.
And
baby boy.
he's having a little baby boy.
To the Backbone. Want to make sure we got that in.
Yeah.
So, what's up, boys? Blame poll, Big Ant. All right? Blame poll goes right on Big Ant for letting a Jet sit in his seat. For hands down the worst Giant game, lost it. Don't talk. You are the biggest part of that blame poll. Yeah. Then it goes to your son.
Yep.
All right? Then it goes to your son.
No,
and then
Mike
it goes
was
to
a good time.
Then it goes to the friggin' coach. All right? Down to Louis DeVito, all right, from Brooklyn.
Tommy.
Louis DeVito, the DJ. All right, that's what I was calling him all day. This whole thing is the worst. I really, honestly, when we started this podcast a year ago, I had high hopes for New York sports, and it's just every week we know it's bad. I never thought it would get to that. We won the game was over.
That was, so I've been going, me and my dad, we've been going to games.
Daddy.
Luckily, my daddy missed this one, but this was the worst Giants game I've ever been to. And I'm not exaggerating. I've been to, I can't even tell you how many Giant games I've been to in my lifetime. Over hundreds of Giant games. Mm-hmm. This was worse than the Deshaun Jackson punt return from the Phillies back in 2010.
I don't forget that one.
This was worse due to the fact that the weather sucked. Yeah. The weather was absolutely horrible. We had 3 Jet fans in front of us. I took Mikey from Bayonne, Jets fan, but he's a normal good fan. There was 3 Jet fans in front of us. The fans that I hate. The fans that sit there and, like, obviously he's there with his friends, right? You can simply talk amongst each other to your friends, right?
Yeah.
This kid is one of those that has to scream and make sure everybody around him hears what he's saying. Those were the fans that I was around and downpouring all game, literally downpoured all game.
Yeah. I don't know how you don't have a flip.
I don't even know. And on top of that, we lose the game the way we did. That was the worst game I've ever been to in my life.
And I'm happy I missed it, actually.
You should.
I'm like ecstatic.
Well, you should be mad. You should be mad that you missed it because that
I
was
was smart.
history.
First of all, it was a rainy day. It was. I don't know how you sit through the rain. Imagine the torture chamber of sitting in that rain, soaking wet, watching that disaster unfold. At the end of the game, 99.7% chance of winning. Think about that. Anybody here would take those odds every day of the week. 0.03, and they lose the game.
Yep. They deserve to lose the game, too.
Like you said, without pants. It got to a point where me and Mike, we literally couldn't sit down anymore. Because every third down for that game, it was a get up and it was a big play.
9 billion third downs.
Yeah. So every third down, you're standing up and you're cheering. Yeah. By you standing up and cheering, your seat's soaked. It gets soaked just like that. Mm-hmm. So it came to a point where me and Mike were like, yo, we literally can't keep doing this. We have to stand the rest of the game because sitting down was making things worse. Standing up and sitting down, made things worse. So from it was like halfway into the dirt when Tommy DeVito scored that touchdown. From there to literally the last field goal to win the game, we stood up. We did not sit, me and Mike, for the rest of the time there. Like, it was horrible. But like he said, They had a 99.7% chance of winning that game.
Yeah.
It's more impressive that the Giants lost the game
Than the Jets
than
won
the
the
Jets
game.
winning.
I mean, the Jets can't. You know, these people are riding me all week too.
You deserve it.
What do you?
We
no, we
deserve
don't
it.
deserve it.
We deserve it.
I'll
They
explain
won
something to you.
because, when
They
you win a game, you
barely
win a game.
beat us with Danny DeVito, Tommy DeVito, whatever his name is, Don Bosco,
We didn't even have a quarterback.
Don Bosco.
They barely beat us without a quarterback. They only beat us because we actually are so inept and we're so incapable kicking field goals, doing basic stuff. At the end of the game, all they had to do was lay on the guy for one more second.
Yeah.
All they had to do was lay on him for one more second.
Yeah.
It's
Doesn't even make sense.
because what that game, right? It's like I said, it's more impressive that the Giants lost the game than the Jets won. Than the Jets winning
by
that game.
At the end of the day, though, he did make 2 plays at the end of the game to win the game.
2 plays, yeah, but also there was like the
Why are you looking at me like that? He made 2 passes at the end of the game to win the game.
It wasn't
They
that
gave
they
him that
gave
pass.
them those passes because what happened is the Kayvon play for you to throw the ball into the middle of the field, right?
It's over.
Obviously Kayvon goes offsides, but I mean if you want to go back on Twitter, Kayvon's telling you he didn't go offsides, so I don't know, but. For that Giants defense gave him that play because what happens is if he doesn't go offsides, they catch the ball there. There's 17 seconds. Now they have to run to the line. They have to spike the ball.
Game's over.
Then the game's over. They have 9 seconds to do a Hail Mary. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? The game would have came down to a Hail Mary. They're giving you those passes, right? But like he said, why every time we watch these games, like against the Buffalo Bills, right? The Giants against the Bills, when they have plays like that, the guys are laying on top of each other and holding them from getting up.
Right.
Adoree Jackson tackles this guy, Alan Lazard, and literally like pretty much helped him up too.
yeah.
He was like, "Oh, here you go. Yeah, that's a good play. Here you go. Help you up. Run to the line."
All you gotta do is extend the tackle
Yeah,
too.
and on top of that, right? I know the rules of football. I understand the rules. I know that the ref all he has to do is touch the ball. But the ref also has to spot the ball. You can't be a guy on the line, a center for the New York Jets, and assume where the ball is spotted. The ref is supposed to be the one that makes the spot. You can't come onto the field as a ref and assume that the center knows where the ball is supposed to be spotted.
on.
I never seen
What
that
are
in
we
my life.
talking about?
That's like
That
you
was the
saying
craziest
that
thing
was
ever.
ridiculous. That's like Saquon Barkley running the ball, getting tackled, picking the ball up, putting it down, and saying, "Come on, get to the line, let's go."
And the NFL let that happen.
And the NFL let it happen. I never
Yep.
seen such a thing. Like
They caught up in the moment, too.
everything.
Did they say anything about that?
No one said
just,
nothing.
Just sports radio.
Yeah.
Just what we're doing.
Just-
we're the only ones talking
the
about
only
things like
ones
that.
knew about that play was me being in the stadium. The guy in front of us, you know the guy in front of us, who's 80. He's an 80-year-old
He was
man.
there?
Yes.
Was he
In the
flipping
rain.
out? He must have
Flipping
been
out.
flipping out.
In the rain.
In the rain.
God bless that
I
guy.
know the rules. He knows the rules. And if you go back to the play, Dexter Lawrence knows the rules because his hands are up too, saying, "What do you mean? You have to spot the ball, ref. You can't just come
Why
in."
couldn't we challenge that?
At the end of the
Oh,
game,
I don't know.
that has to go to that. No, it could be challenged, but it just has to be challenged from the NFL.
Oh.
Right?
You can't challenge a penalty.
It would have had to be
No,
overturned by
it
the
could have been
refs.
overlooked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not challenged. It would have to been overturned, like come to a discussion.
Yeah.
And
So the loser Jet fans at 4-3 think that they have a team that they barely beat Tommy DeVito. I mean, I'm sick of. I don't want to hear them brag, and I want to see those smiles on nobody's faces. Listen to me. We suck, and the Jets really. Listen to me again. They suck even worse because we had to beat ourselves to make it happen.
Yeah.
They didn't beat us. We beat ourselves. So don't be bragging, boys.
And then,
girls.
so I want to bring this up real quick before we bring Mike from Bayonne in, right?
Sick and tired.
Because this is a lot of controversy that people are talking about. Even you said it. You want to blame me, my dad, and then Daboll.
They pussy.
You could blame Daboll for being a pussy bitch,
Yeah.
which I do agree with.
Pussy
Daboll
bitch.
is a pussy bitch.
Where is the guy we love?
Daboll's is no more. It's Day Pussy.
Yes, without
But,
a doubt.
This game, I can't sit here and blame Day Pussy. I could blame him for not going for a 4th and 1, and then another 4th and 1 in the beginning of the game.
With an injured kicker
That's not on him. I don't give a shit about.
He didn't know about that?
I don't give a shit if he knows about
I
it or
think
not.
they knew that Daniel Jones was good to go, and they held him back to not get embarrassed by the Jets. They were already starting on the wrong foot.
I'm not here for that. I don't care about none of that. What I'm here for,
I'm here for that.
What I'm here for is a 4th and 1 call at the end of the game, right? I'm on the side of running the ball with Saquon Barkley.
Right.
How many times did we run the ball?
No, 4th and 1.
Yeah.
Saquon, I'm on the side of ending the game, day pussy. End the game. Do not give the Jets a chance to do anything.
You kick that field goal, you make it, they run one back.
They have
the
one
game's
play.
over.
Yes. You have
They run it back, the game's over
yeah,
anyway.
You have an opportunity to end the game.
Correct.
You counted on the run, obviously, all game. You can't count on Saquon Barkley to get you that 1 yard. Fine. You don't want to do that, right? You want to put your kicker out there to kick the ball.
Yeah.
Fine. Make the fucking field goal. It's a chip shot. It's 35 yards. I don't care if you're hurt or not. You're a professional athlete kicker in the NFL.
And you're dressed.
And you're dressed.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit if your leg's broken, if you have one knee, if you have whatever it is. You are a professional kicker in the NFL. You make that in your sleep. You make that field goal. Yes, you go up 6. You give them a time to still score.
Yeah.
But they can't score a touch. The Jets weren't getting past the 50 all game. Now you're going to tell me that they're going to score a touchdown and with 20 seconds left on the clock, up by 6. We're up by 6. No way. No. I'm not putting the blame on Dayball. I'm putting the blame on Dave Pussy for not going for it.
I'll tell you right now, your Halloween costume right now is Dave Pussy. You look like a Dave fucking Pussy to me.
Why?
Because you're bitching about these guys. Listen to me right now. The special teams every week are to blame for the Giants' problems. Every friggin' week. Can't kick field goals. We can't catch the ball. We can't.
No, we did go with punt returns this
finally,
week.
Finally. But you know what it is? We always blowing on special teams. Or if we just, the game against the Commanders, the special teams try to blow the game again. Mm-hmm. If Gano can't kick a field goal, which he can't anymore, out of the last 4, he missed 3 out of 4. He missed 3 out of 4 field goals. Yep. Why are you even giving them a shot at it?
Mm-hmm. And to piggyback that, right, which makes it even more mind-blowing that they didn't go for it on 4th and 1. The Giants, like you said, the special teams is so atrocious, right? It's so bad. You have a better shot of the ball being blocked and then returning it for a touchdown than you do with Saquon Barkley fumbling the ball or something stupid happening and handing it to Saquon Barkley. We literally watched, we were at the Giants-Cowboys game, we literally watched the guy do what they did against the Giants and the Jets. Yep. The guy jumps over our left, the right tackle, right guard, whatever it was, and almost gets in there to block the ball.
Spooked him.
And they literally did the same exact thing the Cowboys did, and that time they actually blocked it and returned it for a touchdown.
But another thing too, you watch the Giants and Jets. Actually, I feel better when the Jets have the ball and Zach Wilson has it, or in the same way for the Giants. When the Giants have the ball, there's more chances of beating them when our offense has the ball.
Yeah.
We could lose, and the Jets are the same way, so I don't care if they're going to brag about their 4-3 bullshit record. It's the same as them. When Zach Wilson has the ball, or they have a better chance of losing. Mm-hmm. But we suck.
Which is another point to make, right? Going into overtime, the Jets miraculously tied the game up. I don't know how the hell this happens, but it happens, right? We win the toss and overtime. We elected to receive. I know the rules. If you receive the ball, you go down the field, you score, game over.
It was never happening.
That was never happening.
That wasn't on the table.
That was not on the table.
Yeah, but you want to make the guy throw a pass.
How do you not? Yeah. How do you elect to receive?
Right.
Yeah.
You got to punt. I mean, you gotta elect to kick, and you gotta have your defense hold them back down there at the 25. Maybe get a turnover. Maybe obviously not give up a first down, and then have them punt it to us. We get better field position, and then we play for a field goal.
Right.
That's something that no one's talking about, which is mind blowing to me.
Right.
Mind blowing.
Because we have a better chance of winning when Zach Wilson has the ball in his hands.
Field. Yeah. It doesn't make sense.
100%. Because he's going to mess up.
Except when we gave him those 2 open passes at the
end
of the game.
But the open passes were for yardage.
He made them, though. He made them, though.
But it didn't matter. They wanted him to make it. It's part of what had to happen.
You got it. He was throwing balls at the receiver's feet all day. All of a sudden, it hits him in the chest.
But
that's because in those situations, you want them to catch the ball. Because
game's over.
The game's over. You tackle them, they're not coming down the field. The fact that they got down there and spiked the ball with a second left, that's miraculous in itself. It's impossible.
That's bullshit.
All right, let's bring him in. It's the one and only Mike Romeo.
I'm getting out of here. I wish I could walk out like Carl Banks.
Are you guys done? Are you guys done
my
crying yet?
God.
No. We're not done crying. That's for damn sure.
Now you gotta look at his face.
How you feeling, Mike?
Don't look
Are
at
you
him. Don't
are you
look at
sick after sitting in the rain like
No,
that?
man. Surprisingly, no sniffles. I was
Mike,
expecting the
Mucinex?
sniffles or the flu or something.
You taking Mucinex?
No, I didn't take anything, man. I don't know.
That was
Mucinex
bad.
was cure.
That
Sworn
was
a victory.
You feel? How do you feel?
I
Great.
feel good. Well, time out. I feel fine physically. About the Jets, I do not feel that damn good, man. I wish I had more to come to the table tonight to brag about. I really do.
Yeah.
But I don't.
Mike,
It's
I want to first off, before we get into this, I want to thank you for sitting through that bullshit weather game, whatever you want to call it.
You guys are real
Me and
fans.
Mike.
Had a good time.
It's funny how me and Mike. I never been to a football game where me and whoever I'm at the game with are going back and forth bragging about our punters. Like I never, like we were sitting there like, that's a good punt.
Yeah.
Oh, watch out, punt. Watch us. Watch what we do.
We were watching punts like people watch slam dunks. Like
Now, were you
we
guys dressed
freaking
for the
out.
weather, or you guys with your jeans?
No,
Anybody
with
prepare?
jeans.
You weren't
No,
really
right?
prepared?
No.
You didn't have a
Yeah,
poncho
I
on
was in
nothing?
black
No, we're
jeans,
not
man.
like that, bro.
Oh,
we're
man.
I
warriors.
would've been in poncho.
Yeah, you
We're
guys are
warriors.
dumb. That's called dummies.
You've
I
been going
took
to
my
the game
pants
long
off.
enough.
My legs were black. I had black dye on the jeans on.
How are your
Sweaty.
feet? How is the feet doing? Good?
Not terrible, actually.
Yeah,
Not
once-
terrible.
Well,
we
once
stood
the
up,
feet go, you're
yeah,
fucked.
we
If
were
the
okay.
feet goes, you're
You're
fucked.
done.
Yeah, Mike, how about at one point, me and Mike, we were like, yo, we got to stop sitting down.
Yeah.
We're making it worse.
Yeah.
Because every time, I'm telling you, the
Yeah.
amount of rain that was coming down, by you standing up for the 30 seconds that it took to call a third down play,
Yeah.
your seat was done already. So every time
And
you sat
beyond
down.
that, when you're sitting down, your thighs, your front of your thighs,
You're
are
freezing.
exposed to the
Yeah,
downpour.
yeah.
When you're standing, at least it's like bouncing off your head and coming down the shoulders and shit.
Yeah,
So,
we figured it
Hey,
out.
listen, you guys have memories for a long time. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, no. This is mine and Mike's
He's got
our third
He's got your
Giants
button.
Jets game.
He's got your button, bro.
He's seen now. This is our third Giants Jets game.
Invite him in 4
He's
years,
one,
too.
1 and 2.
Yeah.
Mike's 2 and 1.
Yeah,
I'm 1
invite
and
him
2.
again.
Mike,
I will.
you thanks for the Josh wine, by the way. That's my favorite.
course,
I
of course.
appreciate it.
Very nice.
You know what?
Appreciate the
You know,
tickets.
I'm gonna make one statement here. Don't obviously you already said it. You guys cannot smile about this. It's an embarrassment for the Jets to make this even happen to you guys. It's atrocious. And in fact, I look worse on the Jets than I ever looked before. You guys suck worse than I ever thought. You suck. Jets, suck.
I'll be honest. I kind of feel that way too.
Well,
See,
let's
yeah,
talk
funny,
about
I don't.
something.
I feel
What
that way
happened
too.
to the
I don't.
massacre that we were going to talk about that was happening last week?
Yeah,
What happened
it was.
to we getting murdered on Halloween? There was a massacre. We gunned you
What
guys down. We
massacre?
followed you
Oh,
down
yeah.
a hallway. We got you on your hands and knees. Wait, we didn't even gun you down. We looked you dead in the eye and we said, you know what? You do it. You do it yourself, you idiots. Because
Yeah,
this pathetic
right.
franchise of yours will do it yourselves, and you did.
Oh, you want to
No
talk
misses
about?
the
You
kick.
want to talk
No,
about gunning
no,
yourself?
suck.
Mike, how many undisciplined penalties do the New York Jets make
You guys suck.
all game?
It was terrible.
Guys,
That was
No,
embarrassing.
in all seriousness,
Wait,
it
Are you
was
done? Are you
terrible.
done?
They
Are
played
you done
a
boxing,
terrible
Mike?
No, we're not
Are
done.
you done boxing, Mike? Because at the end of the day, the Jets are the fucking kings of MetLife. I don't care about the game. The games never really matter to me when it's Yankees and Mets, when it's Jets. I don't care how you win the game. That's like my philosophy. I don't give a fuck. And the way they beat us literally felt like there was something shoved right up each and every one of us asses. And you might have liked
No,
it
I
by
actually
letting
do
him
like
go to
it.
the
I don't
fucking
feel
game.
that way at all.
I don't feel that way.
I do. I don't care.
I know the rules of
Yeah,
football.
right. I
care.
know that.
The rules of football go out
Yeah.
of the go.
Tell them the rules, man.
The book gets thrown away when you're playing your cross tap. You guys sleep. We sleep in the same
Wait
bed
a minute.
with these
You're
people.
out of your mind,
The
actually.
rules
I have
are the
to-
rules. You
not.
can't
Wait,
throw
I
the
gotta
rules
correct
away.
this.
I'm not.
Get him, Charles.
Yeah, they don't take losses
Wait,
the way I
no,
fucking
we don't.
take them
Why would you
either.
take a loss like that?
Because it was the biggest loss of my
Jets.
Giant Jet
It's not
career.
the biggest loss.
That was
The
it.
Giants,
That was the
the
end of the
Giants
season.
and the
You
Jets
guys
suck.
not,
Yeah,
do you not
it is.
realize what the fuck we're looking at here? We're looking at nothing now until goddamn April.
We weren't looking at nothing until goddamn April after week 1 against the
It was
Cowboys.
it was a battle to next week. That's
No,
what it
it
was.
wasn't.
And now the Jets
Delusional
get to battle
fans.
to next week. The Jets get to battle to next
We're
week.
Giants.
And we don't. It's just a fact.
Listen to me right now. I'll
This
lay it
is
out.
fantastic.
I don't give a shit. Giants suck.
Yeah, Charles, what are you
The
talking
Jets
about?
barely beat a sucking team team with no quarterback.
We're
better than the Jets.
But no, we're not because
Yes, we are.
they made the last
Use
play.
my logic.
I can't because at the end their score was on
We're all
top
fighting,
and we
and
were
look
on
at
the
him.
bottom.
No.
He's gonna get his
At
pay.
the end of the day,
He's
Oh,
gonna
I
get
know.
his
He's gonna
pay.
get paid every week.
He's gonna get his pay.
All right, here's the deal. Let's settle this right now. Who's gonna end up with a better record at the end of the season, the Jets or the Giants?
Oh my
Who gives a
God.
shit?
The Jets.
The Giants, guaranteed.
I don't know, man.
Why would
I
you
don't
even
know.
want that?
I want it.
At this point, just give me the picks. We're already trading players.
This
We
is
let
what
the-
this is where.
Like,
this
shut
is
up
where,
and don't say shit to us.
This is where. This
I
is
got
where
your
I
back
stand.
over here, clearly.
All I know is the Giants and the Jets are embarrassing.
Yeah,
That wasn't an embarrassing game.
Yeah.
If you're a Jets fan,
embarrassing.
We're more
that's an embarrassing
because
game.
they beat us.
No,
All right,
they're not.
if you're a
They
Jets
beat
fan,
us.
it's an embarrassing game. If you're a Giants fan, it's an embarrassing game. There's nothing to take
Oh,
from
I
that
hope
game.
nobody else watched it besides
I
our
mean,
two fan bases.
NFL
Look, there's people like
I turned it off.
Before. There's people like the Jet fan that was sitting in
You're
front
working
of
on a
us
New York
that are
podcast,
just
it's
there to. Half the reason they want to be there is to do those types of things. That's half the reason why they root for the team.
Tenfold.
And then there are the real Jet fans. I spoke to my dad earlier, who's been a Jet fan since before Namath made the guarantee.
Yes.
We see what it is. We know what it is. We know how bad that was. We know a win is a win. It doesn't matter how. It just matters how many.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, this kid is proving again and again and again and again that he is not the answer. And to see the Minnesota Vikings, who are 4-4, believe that they have a real shot, they're making a real damn run. So much so that when Kirk goes down, you go and get Dobbs, and we're sitting here pretty with this freaking kid.
Nah, it's
and we have a 10 times better team than the Vikings do right now.
Yep.
That pisses me off, and that pisses a lot of Jet fans off.
Yeah, the fact that now we could talk about, because the trade deadline's over, we could talk about it. The Jets, I truly believe after that game on Sunday, they said, holy shit, we just went and we won in a miraculous fashion to come back and beat the New York Giants without a quarterback.
Right.
For a whole, more than a half. Literally, Tyrod Taylor got hurt in the second quarter. They played more than a half against the Giants team with no quarterback. The piece of shit, shitty Giants team, who the Giants with no quarterback beat the shit out of the Jets for a whole half. Right? Let me talk. For a whole half, right? And the fact that at the trade deadline, they didn't go out and improve this team, I think they even realize how bad that they are. Yeah. How do you not improve this team? You don't get an offensive lineman. You don't do nothing. You don't go out there and get another receiver or something or anything to improve this team. You're sitting there with Zach Wilson. We watched Zach Wilson play on Sunday. This guy is not it. We saw these plays, play after play. 3rd down and 2. He couldn't get a first down ever. The whole game.
So how many defense had nothing to do with that?
No. How many bad throws? How many bad throws did he throw on the floor? How many balls did
Zach Wilson sucks?
He does.
They didn't. It's
Look,
not that.
At the end of the day, there are people that are still Wilson fanboys, which is wild. And they'll sit here and tell you, he threw for 240. There was a pass to the center school. There was this and that. He was running for his life. At the end of the day, I will give the kid this. There are 2 backup centers that are playing in the 5 positions of our starting lineup right now on the offensive line. Like, he is running for his life. But the real people see what it is, man. It doesn't matter because at the end of the day, we could have went and called Tennessee for Tannehill just to even because even that would be
a major upgrade
of improvement from what you have.
So I'm going to say it again. I always feel that the Jets are actually a really good team that don't have a quarterback.
I thought that they were a really good team.
But not a really good team. Not a really bad team.
Until Sunday, I really thought that the Jets were better than the Giants. I truly believe that.
What did you think? What did you have to say about the Jets defense? Because I think the Jets defense played relatively well.
They did. The Jets defense played relatively well. Mike, the Jets defense played well, but they're not as scary as people think. I think the Giants exposed them. The Giants had
exposed them.
Yes, the Giants had one thing to do, Mike. One thing, and that's run the ball. I knew a run was coming. You knew a run was coming. The guy in front of us knew a run was coming. The annoying Jet fans in front of us knew a run was coming, and they couldn't stop it. That's the problem.
Yeah,
the Jets defense.
He switched to red.
The run never really. Yeah, you guys were actually. Saquon was running hard. That's why I haven't seen that from him in a while.
No,
he was running
get a
hard
yard
as
at the end
hell,
of the game to end it.
And he was getting yards. He was getting yards per carry for sure. But let's not sit here and act like the run absolutely destroyed us. You had 190 yards or whatever it was on the ground, but that's because it's all you did
Yeah,
all
but-
game.
all right,
you
but
also
how
had
about-
-9 passing
We
yards
did have
and 10
-9.
points all
Yeah,
day.
but we had no
I don't-
quarterback.
Yeah,
this is
Tyrod
an
Taylor
NFL
stays in the
league.
game. It's
10
different.
points is a
Tyrod Taylor,
great
I tell you,
defensive
Tyrod
game.
Taylor.
Mike, remember the when we were punting the ball to you guys, and was
Do
it
you
Mike
remember?
Was it Mike Clemens
which
that
one?
jumped off sides? When Mike Clemens jumped off sides and gave us the first
Yes.
down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you know what we did after that offsides? We ran the ball with Saquon Barkley, 9 yards. We got 4 yards. We got 9 yards. We got 4 yards. He went out. He sat out. Then Matt Brader came in. Then we got another 3 yards. We ran 6 minutes off the clock, and you knew we were running the ball, and you couldn't get us off the field. Like I think we truly did expose. You run the ball against the Jets. If we had Daniel Jones
Right.
or another quarterback
You
that
lose.
wasn't Tommy DeVito,
You
and you
lose.
could do a play action in there, we wouldn't have -9
You
yards
lose.
passing. I'll
You
tell you
lose.
that much.
You lose.
Yeah, well, no, probably not. Definitely
No.
not -9 yards passing. But
-9 yards,
that
good.
changes up the whole scheme of the game, man. You can't talk about it. Hindsight's 2020. It's easy to be that way.
Yeah.
We don't know what would have happened, but
That-
at the end of the day, I don't think 10 points is a bad defensive out. You could say you exposed us. Yeah, things are going to happen. Cowboys probably felt the same way when they exposed us week 2. And then the
Listen,
Jets are still a dominant defense. So
Tommy
it is what it is.
DeVito is the happiest guy in the NFL today. Happiest guy in the NFL.
I don't
today.
know.
He got promoted off the practice squad.
So
He
mind
got
blown.
off the practice squad, and he got money today.
So mind blown by
Yes.
that. So
Really?
mind blown.
Yes,
I don't know.
He's his.
Why is-
his account started today? He's a happy man.
Why is Graham Gano kicking for you guys right now if the guy is hurt? Why is he on the field?
Mike, this is all things.
The guy's one of the
that-
greatest of all time. He's obviously not that bad, so he's hurt. Why is he playing?
This all goes back to Joe Shane, right? Why is Graham Gano playing? Why did me and you sit in the rain for 6 hours and watch a Giants team play with no
That's on us.
quarterback?
We're idiots.
Yeah.
When this
Why
guy
did
was hired, when this guy was paid to
Yeah.
be a back, he should be able to throw a pass.
This all
Doesn't
comes
make
down
sense.
to the upper management. This all comes down to Joe Shane. He's the guy that says, "All right, Graham Gano, you're hurt. All right, we gotta put Graham Gano on the IR, and we gotta get a kicker that can nail a 34-yarder to win the game for us." You know what I mean? Tyrod Taylor, who's an injury-prone quarterback. We already know Tyrod Taylor's going to get hurt.
You told me that week too.
Yeah, let's have Tommy DeVito come here. Let's just pray to the heavens above that Tyrod Taylor, who's always hurt, doesn't get hurt, so we don't have to put Tommy DeVito
he's
in.
not- yeah, he's never gonna get hurt.
It
Never not
doesn't
gonna
make
get
sense. It doesn't.
I'm
make
going to
sense.
tell you right now, I'm going to talk shit because I have no choice, and I will.
Let's do it.
I'm going to do it. The Giants will have a better record at the end of the season than the Jets. Mark my word on that one, too. And by the
Crazy,
way,
yeah.
maybe make a correction to you. I had 2 wins on my picks, 2 losses, and 1 tie. Go back to the
Well, no,
drawing
this
board.
is gonna be what you keep saying.
that
What
wrong
you
back
keep
on?
bragging
Yeah.
about the Giants having more wins than the
Bucks.
Jets. The Giants having more wins than the Jets. This all comes down now. We got it. This is gonna show what Daboll's made of. After a loss like you just did to the Jets, like I said, it's more miraculous that the Giants lost that game than the Jets winning the game. Now you got to see who is going to be in that locker room, who's going to be buying into Daboll week after week with the bullshit that he's probably going to be
I
saying.
can't buy into him when you don't run the ball. When you don't run the ball in that spot,
and-
I just you realize Dable has to realize that he gained the fans.
We're not talking about the fans. I'm talking about the players in the locker room.
And the players, everybody, because the New York Giants football fans, I believe, are just as more invested as the players are, right? We love the team more, just as much as everybody else in the room.
Yep.
And we gained the liking to Dable because he was playing with house money. Why wasn't he playing? Why aren't we playing with house money anymore? Like we got to where we got last year by you having balls, you making crazy calls. And listen, if it doesn't work out,
But
we could kind of stand by you
on
too.
the flip side, on that Jets locker room, I think that the Jets fans, the Jet players are buying into Saleh now.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that this happened against the Broncos, right, Mike? You had Zach Wilson at the end of the half. He had to get down to the field and spike the ball and kick the field goal to get 3 points at the half. And you know what they didn't do? They didn't get down the field and spike the ball, and they missed out on field goals, right?
Yeah.
The Jets, Zach Wilson, you have to give the Jets, you got to give them flowers. You got to give them respect for getting down the field.
They didn't give up.
The fact that they got down the field and spiked the ball with a second left on that clock, no matter how much I hate it, and I think that is bullshit that a center can spot the ball and a ref doesn't. The fact that they got down there shows how much that they really gave a fuck.
That's good.
For
Right.
Zach Wilson
I
to
agree.
get that whole offensive
agree, I
line
agree
to
too.
run down there. These are big guys.
I agree.
Yeah,
And you got to bust your ass down there. For them
Yeah.
to do that, they're buying into Robert Saleh. They're sitting in that locker room after that win,
Yeah.
and they're buying into the season. And I want the Jets to go out there now, and they have to make the playoffs for us. For New York fans, because I need something. I need something to look forward to. My Giants season's over, and it's not. It's October. It's Halloween.
Yeah, it's Halloween.
I need something.
So going back to the field goal. You guys were at the game. I don't know if you were watching Backbone. I don't know if you were watching at that moment.
Yeah.
But the camera goes right to Gano, right, and he's walking down the line. And I could read his lips. I'm no John Boy lip reader, but I'm reading his lips, and all I see him saying is, "What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing?" He must in that clip that camera was on him from wherever he was walking to get to Dable. All right, he must have asked 19 times, "What are we doing?" He had no idea. He was unprepared. He went out.
What's the situation?
No, the field goal. The field goal.
Him missing the field goal?
Yeah, right before the
Fourth and
last
one.
missed field goal. The last missed field goal.
Yeah.
When after that play and they were making that decision, he had no idea for about a solid few minutes. He was not being told that there's a chance that we're going to kick a field goal here. Like, he was completely unprepared, and you've seen it. He was confused.
He
was
that's
confused.
on him.
He was confused.
That's
So
on him.
let me
He
say
was
something here.
confused, too,
That's
though.
him.
But let me
That's
say
on him.
something. Let me say this. What it shows is that the Jets have more of a desire to win than the Giants.
Yes, they do.
Because they, at the end of the game, it was the Giants' game to lose.
Yes.
And
2%.
they did everything to lose because they didn't have the desire to win the game. So I will agree with my son, and I will give the Jets credit for that.
Yes.
They had, even though
They fought to the very end.
Right. And I have to switch up and say that is coaching. They wanted it more than the Giants. They won the game. Hands down, like you said, Mike, a win is a win. You're right. We don't have the desire. One effing second.
Yeah.
99.7% chance of winning a game that we lost because the Jets wanted it more. End of the day,
No, they
lights
did.
out.
Yeah.
That's it.
The ladies were talking highly about Salah on Sunday. The ladies were all in on Twitter.
Oh
Like,
yeah, they
who
like the
is this
beard and the
guy?
tight thermals.
Yeah,
and all that.
I see this guy got some DMs on Sunday.
Listen, they believe. Like you guys are saying, like I think Salah is actually making improvements that you can actually physically see now. But beyond that, like they've followed him, but it's always going to go back to what are we going to get from this kid this week? And for the last 5 games, he's thrown no interceptions. That's why we have 3
2
wins.
fumbles.
He's only thrown 3 touchdowns.
2 fumbles.
That's why we can't give him the wins or give him his flowers for the wins. Now we go and verse someone like the Chargers. And you're going to sit here and tell me that I know the Jets defense is good. I'm not worried about the Jets defense, but that is a high-end offense where you're going to get run down. And if Zach Wilson's coming off the field every 3 plays, we're not going to survive. So I know, Ant, you want to see some playoffs, but this kid needs to not only not make the turnovers, the fumbles, obviously, the picks have come down, but he needs to actually step up. He needs to make some big-time plays. He needs to throw downfield. They need to do something. It's not going to work.
Well, you know what? It's funny because him in that, I guess you could say, 2-minute drill when there's 24 seconds on the clock, he looked a lot better than he did when they have him out there, thinking and doing all this shit. I think they have to understand that this kid does better when he has no choice but to make a play. You can't have him think. Because when he thinks, you know what he does? Like you saw Kayvon, when, like you said, on that Kayvon sack, he's holding the ball too long. When he doesn't have that time to hold the ball and think and just throws the ball downfield, I wouldn't mind an interception down the field. You know what I mean? I don't mind. But give your receivers a chance. That kid, Garrett Wilson, is the best receiver in New York since Odell. This kid, Garrett Wilson, is a freak. Just throw it up to him. Throw it around his vicinity, and he will make a play. That's what I don't know. I just don't understand. Like, I don't know. I don't get it.
Me neither, man. None of us do.
So who do you play
That's
next
why we're
week, Mike? You
sitting
said the Chargers? Oh, I thought it was Miami. Why did I think Miami?
Yeah, we got the Chargers Monday night.
Oh, Monday night. Prime time.
It's in MetLife.
Prime time.
Miami Chiefs is the London game, actually, 9:30 a.m.
Oh, wow.
We'll be there. Me
Oh, we'll be in Vegas.
We'll be in Vegas. Me and Anthony got the
London.
Vegas trip.
You won't be in
Wait,
London.
so that game plays at 6:30 a.m.
Yeah,
You'll still be up.
Me and Anthony we'll talk, but we have the greatest weekend set up for ourselves.
Yeah.
I mean, in reality, Mike, and I'm sorry that, we got the Spear. We're going to the Spear. We have
Spear.
Spear. We're going to go to a hockey game. That's going to be the Knights playing Colorado, and then we're going to the Giant game. And it's going to be a great weekend.
Yeah.
And we're going to have the best time of our lives. The best time. I can't wait. Actually, I can't wait.
Little Ant's gonna go see our boy Ryan over at Resorts World. He's gonna go check.
I can't wait. I actually
You're
can't wait.
You're gonna go dancing.
But Mike, congratulations on the win.
Congratulations,
Yeah,
Mike,
Enjoy
Mike,
it.
Mike, Mike is a real fan.
Now get the
For
fuck
Mike-
out of here.
For Mike to sit there in that weather like that, he's a real one, Mike. So,
Good
See
job.
you next week.
Like that Post Madonna, those other fucking bad fans.
Shit! Hey, I'm kidding.
wow. Yo. I wish he did
Get
that.
him out of here.
All
Yeah.
right. But yeah, so
He's got the number. He's got our number.
we'll be in Vegas.
So
me
we
and
got-
my daddy.
Awesome.
Yeah, we got
awesome.
the
Have so
Vegas
much
thing.
fun.
We got about 15 guys
Make memories.
going. We planned this out in May. When we first planned it out, it was going to be the greatest game ever. We were going to be we were. Listen, I'm still excited. We're going. I think we have a good. We have a good weekend. We're gonna we have a really good weekend.
So what are you doing at the Sphere?
I'm
You're
more
not going to see
excited.
U2. What are you going to see? Like some
This Spirit, it's an experience. It's
Okay.
on Thursday. Then Friday we have a big dinner planned, and then we have the night. Like you said, we have the
gonna
night's
eat?
game. We're just gonna go to what's that place?
Low key?
Yeah, one of those low key.
I'm actually more.
one of those low keys.
I'm actually more happy. Like, I'm more excited
Yeah.
that the Giants suck.
Yeah.
Because now
No
I
pressure.
have a chance to actually explore the stadium.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I and it's gonna be horrible. Like, we're gonna go to the stadium. We're gonna see this where they play the Raiders. We're not gonna want to go back to MetLife.
No,
It's
no.
gonna be embarrassing.
There's people still ringing my freaking doorbell.
Halloween. Trick or treat.
Get him out of here.
Trick or
Trick or
treat.
treat.
Probably freaking Jet fans.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Trick or treat.
I dressed as a dumbass tonight.
Yeah.
Anthony
me too.
dressed as a smart ass.
I see you already got your Vegas merch on right
Yeah, oh yeah, World Series. I'll play in a tournament on.
now. Are you?
Yeah, on Friday I'm playing in a tournament.
Really?
I'm gonna be
There you
sitting in the
go.
sports book
You'll
all
be wherever you
nice.
got. Wrap me up. I'm 12 hours in. You don't even look for me. You don't ask where
Nah,
I
I
am
don't
in
even
a
care.
tournament.
I'm doing
in
my
a
own thing.
tournament.
What, you
Yeah.
gonna play Hold'em?
Right? Oh yeah.
That's so boring for a man like you.
boring. That's the
Yeah.
best. Are you kidding
I'm
me?
in the
read
World
you-
Series
could-
of poker,
I
bro.
could read you from across the room.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I am one of the best poker players out there. Post Madonna.
you-
Everybody want to put their money on it.
Oh,
Play
you-
me.
you bluff.
I am
You-
ranked.
you
I
bluff on-
bluff. I do every. In fact, what I do is I'll honestly tell you.
3-6 off suit.
I
You're
will
going all
throw
in.
you. I will show you my bluffs. One of the best things a person did against me in poker was ask me my hand. I have pocket aces.
Did you tell him?
I flopped the full boat. He asked me what I had.
You tell him what
I
you
told
had?
him what I had honestly because I knew he wouldn't believe me because he was too dumb to ask me a dumb question like that. So I said I flopped the boat. He goes, I don't believe you, and I go, sucker, boom, and I beat him. There you go. That's the shit I
There
do.
you have it.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I can't wait.
But
what else- yeah, what else we gotta talk
You know, the Rangers, they were playing really well.
Yeah, they
I've
won.
been
their-
tuning in.
Yeah, good for you.
Five-
You following the
5-0
puck a little
on
bit
the
better?
road.
You following the puck a little bit better when you got some money on the game?
I'm
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
when you
still
got money
not
on the game,
following
you
the
follow.
puck. Like last night, Zibanejad, I think it was, got the game-winning goal in overtime.
Look at you.
I didn't know that the puck went into the net until I saw the goalie turn around and was like, "Oh, I went in." I don't like that. I hate that. I don't
some-
understand that.
Yeah.
I don't want to
So
cheer.
they won their 5 games on the road.
5 on the road.
Yeah, 5 on the road.
Yep.
Which is first time in franchise history.
Yeah.
And they're an original 6 team. So
Yeah. And then
Which is crazy.
the Knicks, they've been playing. They're 1-2. They're playing the Cavaliers right now.
And I
This
can
is,
start getting into that.
there's
yeah,
some
the
really
Knicks. The Knicks are really good. The Knicks
not
are a really
not
good
to
team.
bring down the pot a little bit, but there's a really sad story in hockey right now. Backbone.
Yeah, with that kid.
Oh yeah, someone in one of the minor leagues got killed. I actually have the video right here.
My age.
Yeah.
No, I don't play that. I can't watch that.
Yeah, you don't have to
Don't
play
play
that.
that.
No. It's edited.
It was quick, but it's all right. We don't have to play it.
Yeah,
we don't
Yeah.
wanna
So
see
well,
that.
anyway, the guy does have prior penalties that were really like
No, the guy that kicked him in the net.
The guy that kicked him in the net.
Yeah, you
So,
have his name or
I won't say it.
Okay.
But people are saying that, and they're looking into it as a homicide.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah,
For real.
So
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
really big deal. So I mean, obviously, like in that type of play, that guy, he didn't wake up that day and say, "Hey, I'm gonna kill somebody today." But if you actually look at it, he does have some like kicking motion with his feet.
Really?
Yeah,
To
he
the
does.
High
throat,
up like
karate
that?
kick, bro.
Yeah, it was like a karate.
So he did it on
kick.
purpose?
He slit the guy's throat with
Oh
his
my
with his
God.
blade.
Yeah, he killed him.
Oh my God! Really?
Yeah,
What a
horrible.
shame.
That's
horrible.
There's no place in sports for that.
No,
Well,
and-
should if he did that on purpose,
like,
he should be in
the guy's got to
But
get
the
thrown out
thing
of the
is,
league
he
no
got
matter
hit.
what.
He got hit, and then like he kind of went in a flying, like he was off the ground,
Yeah.
and you saw he like kicked.
You see like a knee movement, yeah.
But again, like I'm sure he didn't wake up that day and say, "I'm going to kill somebody today."
No, but he plays the game with some serious
That's unintentional
intentions,
manslaughter.
With
It
some
is.
serious intentions of
That's
hurting
horrible.
of hurting the players. Yeah, I get it. Hockey's a violent sport and everything like that. You're allowed to fight. You're allowed to hit. Yada yada yada. But when it comes down to those skates, when your skate goes up in the air, I've seen it. We've seen this before. I have never seen someone die from it, but we've seen it before, right, Andrew?
Brodeur actually got his
see
slit throat.
I see that there's these neck guards now for the kids that are playing in the.
They've always had those.
Never knew about that.
As a kid, you have to wear a neck guard up into a certain
You
age.
wore a neck guard when you played?
You have to.
That makes
At the
sense.
Long Island Hockey
Yeah.
League, like you weren't allowed on the ice without a neck guard.
That's horrible.
And that was when I was playing, 20
Yeah.
plus years ago.
Super hard.
To change it to something more pretty much ridiculous.
Okay.
Did you see what the NBA is doing this year?
I seen that you sent us
Yeah,
something
yeah.
about a tournament. Let's talk about it.
Bro,
Explain it.
Yeah.
All right. So what
Break it
the NBA what they're doing in the months of every Tuesday, I believe, and Friday in the months of November and December, it's a tournament. It's an in-season tournament.
Okay.
So they have groups A, B, C, D, whatever it is. And you got to play, I think it's like you play 2 games or 4 games it is. 4 games you play, and then you qualify for the next round, right?
Okay.
So if you do well in the first qualifying rounds, the 4 games, say you go 4-0, right? You qualify for the next round. Then I think there's either 4 or 8 teams in the next round. They compete with each other, and then you have the championship game that's being played in Vegas. This is all happening in season. So I would like
And the championship game?
it doesn't even count towards your record. Oh
my God.
Your stats don't count.
What if you get hurt?
The only thing that they're playing
that'll
for,
count.
the only thing that they're playing for is a paycheck. They're literally.
So what do they get?
I guess an extra
probably a
paycheck.
bonus or
Yeah,
something.
they probably get a
I-
bonus.
Oh, they didn't even disclose the amount of money.
No,
It's not like there's a purse.
no. And you get a trophy.
Fuck is
And you get a
this?
trophy.
They're
So-
trying anything to get people to watch early in the season, I guess.
I don't know.
I guess the
that's what it is,
viewership is
yeah.
really
Because
down
those are
early
the
in
kind of
season.
sports like hockey. For me, hockey,
500K for each player.
How much?
Half a mil.
500K for each
For
player.
each?
Half a mil. It's a
Second,
car.
second place,
Nickels
That's one, of
and
200K.
dimes.
that's one of their cars.
Semi-final teams,
Yeah.
100K.
It's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
If I'm one of the
I don't know.
the
I think it's
teams
a
in
little
the-
creative.
It's creative. It's just like it makes no sense.
Nah.
That's not going to make me watch basketball.
Nah. I mean, I don't.
Maybe for betting it. And then it's for betting.
Maybe.
but-
Yeah.
It's for betting.
Listen, March Madness is one of the most exciting
Right, that's what they're
basketball
doing.
you could possibly ever
It's
watch
for.
in your
It
life.
has to be for
Yeah, but
betting
that's
purposes.
after the season. Like this is in
Yeah.
the middle of a season. You're playing these
And
games.
it's owned by the NBA.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's a little
like
odd.
And the fact that like the championship game doesn't count towards your record and
Yeah.
your stats. Like if you're in the championship game, it's what's $500,000 to LeBron James. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like why would LeBron James give a shit to play in the championship game
Nah,
of
he'll
that
probably sit.
in-game tournament?
He'll probably sit.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So like it doesn't even make sense. These
Well,
guys
no,
are making
no, he's an
so
NBA
much,
guy.
But
He'll
they're
play.
making so much money. Yeah, he'll play my
Yeah,
ass.
he'll play.
Yeah, they're making so much money. These guys that $500,000, like Andrew
joke.
just said, is that I wouldn't even bat an eye.
I said it was a car. It's probably a car payment.
yeah, literally.
those guys.
So I don't know. I mean, good idea. NBA trying to grow the game, I guess you
Yeah.
could say, but I don't know if this is.
They should just do it as an all-star game like that. I mean, the NHL, not a lot of people watch hockey, but they switched to like a 3v3, and the all-star games went through the roof after that.
Yeah.
They did.
Just switching it up like that, I think NBA would actually benefit from 3-on-3 tournaments.
Yeah, something.
It's so boring, those games,
Oh,
those
yeah.
all-star
I don't
games.
even
Nobody wants to watch
I haven't
them.
watched them since I was a kid, honestly.
Yeah.
But they're not for people like us.
Well, that's it, boys.
Yeah.
2023
New York Giants is done.
season is over.
Yeah.
It's been over, like you said.
I think Big Ant's waiting for a pound.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
get you,
Maybe
check
next
us
year.
back. Yeah, check us back next week. We're gonna start talking about other teams in the league.
Yeah.
We're gonna start getting into other current events and shit like that. Stick with us, hang with us. We're
Like
gonna
and
try to
subscribe, baby.
Like, subscribe.
Oh, we're gonna do some
Gamble responsibly.
call-in feature.
Safe-
We're looking
Call-in.
at.
Yeah, safe flight,
All right,
boys,
bye-bye,
to
guys.
Vegas. Say hi to the Sphere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, go sports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So long.